Parabrahman, the Divine Father, Divine Mother, my spiritual teacher, and all spiritual teachers, all the great great ones, all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Archangels, Holy Angels, spiritual helpers, and with the help and the blessings of our higher souls and Divine Self, thank you for the purification, strengthening, empowerment, upgradation, alignment, to be able to fulfill our part in bringing heaven into this earth and into the lives of all those who are around us. We thank you for your priceless, constant downpour of blessings. With deep, deep gratitude, deep respect, and lots of love, we thank you. Atma Namaste to each one of you here. We continue with the book study of Annie Besant, the book by Annie Besant, Karma. It is a short book, it is basically a lecture which has been converted into a book. It is a manual. So, the making of karma in actual principle. The making of karma in principle. Understanding the principle of karma requires a deep dive into the interplay between human consciousness and the forces which are shaping our existence. Here are the key points explained. कर्मा कैसे बनता है, इसे हमें समझने के लिए इंसान की चेतना और इस चेतना को बनाने वाले शक्तियों के अंतर्गत किस तरीके का काम चल रहा है, इसको समझना होगा. Defining a life period beyond a single incarnation. A life period encompasses physical life, astral experiences, devachanic spiritual states, and a return to the physical plane. A life period beyond a single incarnation. A life period is encompassing physical life, astral experiences, the Devaloka or the spiritual states, and a return to the physical plane. एक जीवन काल का मतलब क्या है? एक शारीरिक, दैट इज भौतिक शरीर में जीने वाला समय, फिर इस शरीर को छोड़ने के बाद और उसके दौरान भी जो हम इमोशनल बॉडी में जीते हैं, एस्ट्रल बॉडी में, और उसके बाद जब एस्ट्रल बॉडी ख़त्म हो जाता है तो मेंटल बॉडी, कॉजल बॉडी में, और उसके बाद वापस पुनर्जन्म लेना, ये जो पूरा समय है इसको एक लाइफ पीरियड बोला जाता है. Defining a life period beyond a single incarnation. Okay, so it is not just one incarnation, one physical body. There is consequent continuous physical bodies into which we will come. So in one life period we will remain on the physical world, then we move on to the astral world, then we move on to the mental world, then we move on to the causal world, and then we come back into the physical world. These include existences in the physical body, experiences and outside it, and the journey back. The cycle repeats countless incarnations, many many times. कई 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 बार हम इस भौतिक शरीर में, फिर उसके बाद इस शरीर को छोड़ के बाहर निकल के वापस इस शरीर में आना, ये साइकिल बार 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 रिपीट होता है. इट रिपीट्स काउंटलेस टाइम्स थ्रू काउंटलेस इनकारनेशंस, कई जन्मों तक. The soul spends far more time in the non-physical states than in the physical body. This thing we have been trying to explain and understand for a long, long time, that the physical body existence is only about maximum 100 years. Yes. Beyond this physical body, people live in the astral and in the mental worlds, that is in the Devachanik Lok, varying between 200 to 1000 years. इस भौतिक शरीर में हम लोग ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा अगर बिल्कुल स्वस्थ, खुश और समृद्ध जीवन जीते हैं तो वो जीवन काल मैक्सिमम आप समझ लीजिए कुछ 100 साल तक चल सकता है. ये जीवन काल आपका कुछ 100 साल तक चल सकता है. लेकिन जो हम इस शरीर को छोड़ने के बाद उस अदृश्य लोक में जीते हैं, उसका समय काल 200 साल से लेके 1000 साल तक हमारा जीवन रहता है. Now, the time duration that we spend after the death of the physical body in the non physical body is dependent on many things. Let us look at various possibilities. In the non physical form, that is, the moment we leave this physical existence, the etheric body also decomposes almost in 24 hours, or at the most till 13 days maximum. The etheric body is available to a certain degree with a little bit of consciousness, varying between 24 hours to 13 days. ये बिल्कुल अन्नमय कोश भौतिक शरीर खत्म होने के बाद 24 घंटे से लेके 13 दिन के अंतराल में. यस, आई होप यू आर हियरिंग. आत्मा नमस्ते. आत्मा नमस्ते. आर यू एबल टू हियर? ओके, राइट. I think everything is heard, whatever we have spoken till now. Okay. 24 घंटे से 13 साल के अंतर 13 दिन तक. Yes, it can be between 12 days to 13, 12, sorry, 24 hours to 13 days. Between this time period, yes, the etheric body of most of humanity takes this maximum time period to dissolve. Most of humanity नहीं बोलूँगी. Most of the people who would be involved in burning the physical bodies. So, if the physical body is burnt, it is finished, then the etheric body can survive only for a period of maximum 13 days, not more than that. And that also very, very little etheric consciousness will remain, not much. Whereas if a person is buried in a graveyard, then sometimes if the person who has been buried into the graveyard was a very strong, youthful person, a young person who died out of maybe a sudden heart attack, or maybe it was a murder, or maybe it was an accident, in those cases that etheric body would take even year or two to dissolve completely. That is what we call as the preta sharira, right? I hope you are getting my point. जब कोई इंसान को मृत्यु के बाद जला दिया जाता है, जब किसी इंसान को मृत्यु के बाद जला दिया जाता है, उस इंसान का जो एथरिक बॉडी है बहुत जल्द से जल्द नष्ट हो सकता है. मैक्सिमम कुछ 13 दिन तक रहेगा. लेकिन अगर कोई इंसान को दफनाया जाता है इन द ग्रेवयार्ड, and if the person whose physical body which has just died has been that of a strong youth, that person's etheric body would remain to be in existence sometimes even for a period of 1 year or more. That is called as the Preta Sharira. Now, in these conditions, sometimes the Preta Sharira can also be used by black magicians. All these energy bodies can be utilized for a certain period of time by other beings also. That energy can be taken in, it can be absorbed by somebody else, it can be misused. There are a lot of possibilities. I hope you're getting that point. Then, after whatever is the time of the etheric body, then when the etheric body you leave, you enter into what is called as the astral world or the astral body. You enter into what is called as the astral world or the astral body. In the astral body, then again, you remain in that state for a certain period of time. In the astral world, you are going to remain in the astral world depending on the kind of emotions that you have accumulated during your lifetime. Your astral world existence will be determined. एक क्वेश्चन पूछूं? आप अगर अभी मर जाएं, if any of us were to just die now, immediately, the amount of astral information that we have, how much time will it take to disintegrate? Check. You all know how to feel the energies. Yes, the amount of astral lower emotions that I am carrying at this point of time, how much amount of time do I have to spend in the astral world? For the degree of negative lower astral emotions that I am carrying with me, like selfishness, self centeredness, मैं अपना और मेरा जायदाद, मेरा ये, मेरा पैसा, मेरे लोग, है ना, मैं के साथ जब हम जीते हैं, तो हमारे जो एस्ट्रल बॉडी है, जो अभी का हालात है, बिल्कुल अभी का, अपने आप को झूठ मत बोलो, पूरा दुनिया को झूठ बोल सकते हैं, बस अपने आप को मत बोलो. एंड चेक how much years will it take for this astral body to dissolve and for me to be released from the hell realms if at this point of time the physical body were to just be off, gone off. Okay, is it going to be 10 years? It is going to be 20 years? It is going to be 30 years? Make a very, very honest assessment. There is still time for us to save our souls before we leave the physical body. If it is that you are going to spend about 40 years after death, why do you think you'll have to waste so much time? Why not start now? Yes. Why do you think you have to waste so much time? Why not start now? Purification of the astral body is the only absolute guarantee that you will not remain in hell. Yes. A very honest reply from some of our people. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Somebody is saying 20 years, somebody is saying 30 years, somebody is 70 years. Yes, absolutely. So that gives us an idea, you know. It's a question I'm sure many of us have never felt or never checked before. Yes, it's a very honest looking into our own existence, our own emotional state. Because the more we get attached to whatever it is, even if it is a great good karma that I am doing, for example, for myself, after death, even if I get attached to this organization called Feel the Soul, then that means I have to remain in the astral body and in the mental body to be able to take care of it. That means I am tying myself down to something which will just keep me down. So think about it. Attachment is one of the biggest problems. Sometimes we have huge houses, we have sprawling estates, we have a lot of money, we have children that we have left behind, and they may not be settled in all ways that we wanted them to. We may have property disputes, we have so many things. And all of this requires our attention, and the physical body is suddenly one day gone. What will you do? You will continue to linger in the non physical realm with an intention to be able to set right the things. Yes, I hope you are getting my point. Yes, that is what would happen mostly to people who are actually connected to certain projects and outcomes and projects and outcomes and projects and outcomes. It requires a lot of effort to be connected to a project when you are there and just be disconnected when you are not there, because the creator will take care of the creation. अगर ऊपर वाले ने कुछ बनाया है तो उसके हाथ में छोड़ के जाओ, वो अपने आप संभालेगा. जो जिसको उसने बनाया, जिसके लिए उसने ताकत दिया, वो अपने आप संभालेगा. So, non attachment is required as a regular practice so that we do not end up spending the same amount of time that we have spent in the physical body in our afterlife. Right? So, that is one assessment for the astral world. Then, after the astral body is finished, then we move into the mental world. Now, where we will reach in the mental world will determine what kind of lifetime we will live in the mental world. अभी हमारा यहाँ पे ना जो mental development हुआ है, to the degree of the mental development that we have achieved in this particular existence, the physical existence of ours, that will determine how much amount of time we are going to live in which mental plane. Okay, it is very interesting. I don't remember exactly. It's a long time since I've read this book. There's a book called Arthur Mental Body by Arthur E. Powell. Okay, it is again part of Theosophy. The first book is called Etheric Double. The second book is called Astral. Yeah, it's called Astral Body, right? It's called Astral Body, and the third is called as the Mental Body, right? And the fourth is the Causal Body, and the fifth is the Solar System. So these are series of 5 books which describe the different planes of existence. Yeah, we will be doing the book study on that, which is a definite requirement for becoming a trainer, because we have to be very well aware of the different worlds, the different planes, before we can start training about healing. Okay. So yes, everybody is open to ask a question. Yes, you can ask a question. If it can't be answered, we will, and if it can't be, I will excuse myself from the same. Right. So a very simple thing, that is the mental world. Yeah, I'm not exactly clear, but I will look into it and quote again tomorrow. So, according to Arthur E. Powell, the mental plane, there are four mental planes. The lowest is M4, M3, M2, then M1. Then beyond that is a higher mental plane. There are three of them. That is C1, C2, and C3. C1, C2, C3, that is the causal world, higher mental world, is supposed to be like literally the highest heaven possible, where you will find the Paramatmas visiting, where you will find the great great ones giving lectures, and all of that. Then the lower heavens, which is M1, M2, M3, M4, which is actually called the Devachanik Lok, right? That loka will be inhabited by people with varying mental capacities depending on what kind of mental information uh, that they have actually accumulated in their lifetime. जिस तरीके का मेंटल इन्फॉर्मेशन के लिए वो अपने दिमाग को इस पृथ्वी में रहते हुए खोले, मतलब व्हाट काइंड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन दैट दे हैव बीन ओपन टू, you know, the truths, the accurate perception that they have practiced, to the degree of accurate perception that has been practiced, they will be able to reach the higher degree of the mental plane. Again, you can do a quick feeling and find out which part of the mental plane will you reach if you just leave your physical body at this point of time. Will you reach lower M4, M3, M2, M1, or will you reach the causal world? What will that be? The moment you leave your physical body, if at all you have zero astral contamination and you just jump into the astral world, into the mental world, which part of the mental world will you reach? That is a question. That depends on the kind of mental ability, the openness. Like, for example, certain people would say, I work for my king, I work for this religion, I work for this organization, I work for this, right? And some people would say, I work for the divine, I work because it is my duty to work for the divine. Now, what kind of attitude that you have towards your existence and towards your work, and whether you work only if it is your work or you work if it is others' work, what kind of attitude that you show towards your family or others, the way you deal with everything, is all part of the mental attitude. So, at this point of time, what do you think? What is your assessment? If you leave the physical body and skip the astral body, where do you think we will reach in the mental level? Will you reach the M4 or the M3 or the M2 or the M1, or even if you will reach into the causal body, where will you reach? Question yourself and check and find out. So the soul spends far more time in the non-physical states. Then, depending on which place of the mental world you reach, for example, those who reach the lower mental world will spend about 100 to 200 years over there. 100, okay, let's say about 100 years or lesser actually sometimes. Those who will reach the M3 part of the plane, they will spend about 200 years. Those who will reach the M2 will spend about 200 years. M3 will spend about 250 to 300 years. M4, they're already highly enlightened mental beings. Okay, M4. If you are able to reach the finest matter of the lower mental body, that means you are already mentally highly developed. And then, if you reach the causal world, then you spend about 1,000 years, because in the Svargaloka, you spend the maximum time. क्या ये सब बातें आपको समझ आई? Spiritual life as a reality. Ancient teachings like Vedanta view the spiritual sphere as the ultimate reality. Terrestrial life is transient and illusory. राइट? सो वेदांता के अनुसार ये जो आध्यात्मिक दुनिया है, जो कारण शरीर से भी ऊपर वाला दुनिया है, ये शाश्वत है, ये कभी नष्ट नहीं होगा। बल्कि इस पृथ्वी में जो दुनिया है, ये तो माया है, ये तो समय के साथ सब कुछ नश्वर है, सब कुछ नाश हो सकता है. Mental images as building blocks. Thought forms are mental creation, subtle and vibrating, shaping our karmic journey. The role of thought forms, mental images as building blocks. Thought forms are mental creations. आपके thought forms, when you think you create a form, they are mental creations, subtle and vibrating, shaping our karmic journey. हमारे सोच और विचारों से जो वाइब्रेशंस निकलता है वो हमारे कर्मों का इस यात्रा को अपने अनुसार वो बनाते जाता है, बदलते जाता है. Creating and carrying forward these mental images remain connected to the creator, traveling with the soul across life periods and adapting to the different planes of existence. There lies the catch. The thought forms that I have created in one incarnation, I tend to carry it with me across incarnations. The thought form, when I say so grateful that I have become a greater and greater efficient servant of the divine, I have become such a great efficient servant of the divine that there is spiritual energies of my guru passing through me each and every moment in higher and higher frequencies, higher and higher degrees with greater Sharanagati and humility. And if you can imagine, if you can feel each word that you are speaking, this creates a very strong thought form, and that thought form is what you carry with you through incarnations. हम अपने साथ बहुत सारे थॉट फॉर्म्स को पिछले जन्म से लेके आए हैं और आने वाले जन्म में भी लेके जाते हैं. हमारे सोच, विचार, आदतें और अक्सर किस तरीके के लोगों से जुड़ते हैं, किन की फ्रीक्वेंसी हमारे साथ जुड़ता है, ये सब निर्णय करने के लिए हमारा जो थॉट फॉर्म्स है, जो हम कई बरसों से, कई जन्मों से बना रहे हैं, वो हमारे साथ ही चल रहा है और हमारे कार्मिक जर्नी को बनाते जा रहा है, चेंज करते जा रहा है, अपने अनुसार चलाते जा रहा है. These mental images remain connected to the creator. ये याद रखिए, जिसने बनाया इन मेंटल थॉट फॉर्म्स को, उसके साथ साथ चलते जाएगा. So, mental images shape the karma. The soul's creative energies build thought forms, including influenced by desires, intellect, or ideals. The soul's creative energies, the Jivatma's creative energies, will create a thought form which is influenced by desires, intellect, or ideals. Sometimes you have certain ideals, principles which are very rigid, and you get stuck to those ideals, and you are born and again and again and again and again and again and again into a certain country, into a certain community, into a certain area. And sometimes that community at one point of time was ruling the earth, and another point of time it becomes a minority. You get stuck to a certain community, you do not move forward because you are not willing to change your ideals, you are not willing to let go. There are mental images which shape your karma. Aggregation forms character. Just as the cells build tissues, thought forms aggregate to shape the personality traits and karmic patterns. जिस तरीके से शरीर के सेल्स जुड़ के एक शरीर बनाता है, वैसे ही सोच विचार मिलके एक इंसान का पर्सनालिटी बनाता है, उसके जिंदगी के कर्मा को लिखता है. डेस्टिनी, कार्मिक पैटर्न्स लिखे जाते हैं. Evolution of the mental images, these evolves through fresh impulses, interactions and external influences altering their form and energy. The images, the information, the thought forms that we have created through incarnations, which we are carrying with us. With every person we meet, every thought that we think, it is getting into evolution, it is changing itself and mostly becoming stronger and stronger, and also being altered by the kind of people that we meet. Karma's connection to individuality. Manas is mind as the key. The presence of the manas or the mind principle enables the creation of individual karma. जब तक खुद के मन के हिसाब से हम चलते रहेंगे, तब तक हम अपना कर्मा बनाते जाएंगे. मन की इच्छाएं पूरे करते जाएंगे तो अपना कर्मा के बंधन में फंसते जाएंगे. As long as I will continue to say that I act as my mind tells me to, I will be connected or I will be engrossed into this karmic web. Absence in other kingdoms, mineral, vegetable, and animal kingdoms lack individual karma since they are devoid of the मानसिक क्वालिटी। क्यों मिनरल किंगडम में, वेजिटल किंगडम में और एनिमल किंगडम में कर्मा नहीं बनता है? क्योंकि दे डोंट हैव अ मेंटल बॉडी। सिंपल। Human beings have a very developed mental body and they can think their way into something more problematic. They can think their way into karmic web. They can think their way into coming back again and again onto this earth to fulfill their imaginary complicated lives. Whereas in other mineral kingdom, vegetable kingdom and animal kingdom, those who cannot think have no karma. बस end of the story. Simple है। जितना ज़्यादा सोचो, जितना ज़्यादा कहानियाँ दिमाग में बनाओ, उतना ज़्यादा अपने आप को उलझा के रखो कर्मा के उस चक्रव्यूह में। मिनरल किंगडम, प्लांट किंगडम और एनिमल किंगडम इसीलिए इस कर्मा के चक्रव्यूह में नहीं फंसता है क्योंकि उसके पास मन नामक जो साधन है, जो मनुष्य के लिए प्रदान है, वो है ही नहीं। Karma is a continuous thread. It links life periods through permanent essence of the mental images. So because of this karma, which is like it weaves your lifetimes together. You are born in a certain country, you are associated with certain people, you are born to certain parents, you are surrounded by with certain friends, you are interested in a certain kind of education, you are setting up a certain kind of future for you, all this based on this continuous thread of karma. Right? Even if we are happy about learning all of these teachings, it would not have just started off as an impulse in this birth. It would be a karmic thread that is continuous for many births. Karmic evolution. Each thought form contributes to personal growths or challenges which influences both the current and the future experiences. Every thought form is a luxury. Everything that you think, you are offering some of your energy into the thought form, and the thought form is going to change certain situations in you. Each thought form contributes to personal growth or challenges, and it influences your current and the future experiences. आपके वर्तमान और आपके भविष्य के अनुभवों को अपने सोच और विचार के आधार पे हम बदलते जाते हैं, जो हमारे विकास या अपने संघर्ष दोनों के लिए कारण बन जाते हैं। Understanding karma as the interplay of thought, action, and energy helps us to see life as a series of interconnected journeys, each shaping and being shaped by the soul's creative power. So, कर्मा को समझना ही हमारे सोच, विचार, कर्म, अपने अपने जो भी कार्य है और अपने ऊर्जा, इन सब को थॉट, एक्शन एंड एनर्जी हेल्प्स अस सी लाइफ एज अ सीरीज ऑफ इंटरकनेक्टेड जर्नीज। बहुत सारे यात्राएं साथ मिलके अपने ही इस जिंदगी को बना रहा है। इट इज शेपिंग एंड बीइंग शेप्ड बाय द सोल्स क्रिएटिव पावर। Creating the thought forms mental image, it begins as a thought in your mind, pure and subtle. Astro mental image. Mental image is what begins, every thought form starts with being at the mental level. Then it is added with what is called as the astral matter. So it becomes an astro mental image. When expressed, spoken, or acted upon, this thought projects into denser astral matter, creating a secondary form with energy and individuality. पहले हमारे दिमाग में एक आइडिया घूमता है, उस आइडिया को हम अपने इमोशनल बॉडी के एनर्जी के साथ जोड़ देते हैं और उसके बारे में बात करते हैं एक फीलिंग के साथ, उसके साथ एक अटैचमेंट के साथ उसके ऊपर काम करते हैं। दिस थॉट प्रोजेक्ट्स इनटू द डेंसर एस्ट्रल मैटर। ये सब सोच और विचार एस्ट्रल वर्ल्ड में, इमोशनल वर्ल्ड में उसकी प्रोजेक्शन होती है, क्रिएटिंग अ सेकेंडरी फॉर्म with energy and individuality. How thought forms operate, they interact with their creator through a magnetic tie and influence others in their surroundings. किस तरीके से thought forms काम करते हैं? वो जिसने उस thought form को बनाया उसके साथ एक चुंबक की शक्ति के साथ वो जुड़ा हुआ है और आसपास के जितने भी लोग हैं उनके ऊपर भी वो अपना असर बनाता है। Their lifespan, there is a magnetic connection between the creator of the thought and the surroundings. Also, it creates an influence. The lifespan of the thought form depends on the energy behind them and the circumstances they encounter. जितना ज़्यादा किसी थॉट फॉर्म के बारे में कोई सोचते जाता है उतना ज़्यादा समय तक वो जीवित रहता है। इसीलिए मृत्यु के बाद भी हमें उतना ज़्यादा समय लगता है उसको ख़त्म करने में, क्योंकि हमने इतना ज़्यादा समय उस थॉट फॉर्म को जीवित रखने के लिए हमने ज़्यादा एनर्जी दिया है। थॉट्स नॉट ओनली डिसेंड टू द एस्ट्रल प्लेन बट ऑल्सो असेंड टू द आकाशा, a subtle universal storehouse of all forms and ideas. कुछ विचार ना सिर्फ ऊपर से नीचे एस्ट्रल वर्ल्ड में आते हैं, कुछ विचार मेंटल बॉडी से ऊपर कॉजल बॉडी में भी जाते हैं, जिसको बोलते हैं आकाशिक रिकॉर्ड। The Akasha remains permanent, retains permanent imprints of all thoughts, desires and actions, and these are the karmic records. इस आकाशा में हमारा परमानेंट इम्प्रिंट, सोच, विचार, धारणाएं, इच्छाएं, एक्शन सब कुछ रहता है। These are the karmic records. The Akashic records, like a cosmic library, these records hold the vivid impressions of everything ever created. एक कॉस्मिक लाइब्रेरी के रूप में ये जो आकाशिक रिकॉर्ड है, इस पृथ्वी में जो भी हुआ है उस सब का रिकॉर्ड है। Trained individuals can project these records into the astral plane like watching a movie to understand the past in great detail. अगर हमें सही तरीके से ट्रेनिंग मिला है तो हम इन आकाशिक रिकॉर्ड्स को कॉजल वर्ल्ड से नीचे एस्ट्रल वर्ल्ड में लेके आके उसको एक मूवी के तरह उसको देख सकते हैं। Karma and responsibility, every thought, word and action leaves a karmic thread in the universe traceable to its source, the soul. इस पृथ्वी में हर सोच, शब्द और एक्शन उसके साथ एक कर्मा छोड़ के चलता है, जो उस इंसान तक, उस इंसान के साथ उस कर्म, उस थॉट को जोड़ता है। मोटिव मैटर्स मोस्ट, इट डिटरमाइंस द कार्मिक वेट विद एक्शंस बीइंग सेकेंडरी। कभी कभी हम उठ के किसी को कुछ बोल देते हैं, गलत ही बोल देते हैं, हो सकता है सामने वाले को थोड़ा सा दुख हुआ, लेकिन व्हाट इज द मोटिव बिहाइंड द पर्सन हु इज सेइंग दिस? इज इट अ राइट मोटिव और इज अ मोटिव टू टेक एडवांटेज? जो हम बोल रहे हैं, इस जो बोल रहे हैं हमारे दिल में, जो भी हम बोल रहे हैं उसका मोटिव क्या है? व्हाट इज द इंटेंशन? टू टेक एडवांटेज, टू कीप कंट्रोल, और टू रियली विश गुड फॉर समबडी? इट इज़ अ मिलियन डॉलर क्वेश्चन। इस आंसर का सबसे इजी आंसर यही, इस क्वेश्चन का सबसे इजी आंसर ये है कि आप चेक करो मोटिव कितना है। व्हाट आर द इंटेंशंस, लोअर मोटिव्स विच होल्ड यू टाइड इनटू द एस्ट्रल वर्ल्ड? That means most of the work that we work with have a negative motive and a personal motive rather than a greater motive. Only personal motives can keep you tied to the astral world even after death. Only personal motives can keep you tied to the lower world even after death. हम अपने आप के लिए जब सोचना शुरू कर देते हैं, दुनिया गया बाढ़ में वाला जो फीलिंग आ जाती है, उसके बाद हम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा एस्ट्रल बॉडी में अपने समय को उस जहन्नुम में बिताते हैं। Determines the karmic weight with actions being secondary. Motives matter the most. Whatever you do, even if you do a healing camp, if you're doing a donation, if you're doing, if you're having an organization, whatever you do, if you're even doing a meditation, what is your motive? Is it the motive that I want to become greater, I want to grow, or is it the motive that you want something greater for humanity? Your motive keeps you binded to the astral world. Choose wisely, for still there is yet time for your motives to be पॉजिटिव एंड निष्कर्म्य, बिना कोई कर्म, बिना कोई चाहत की इच्छाएं ही आपको आध्यात्मिक दुनिया में ऊपर ऊपर उड़ने के लिए मदद करता है। Interconnected planes, karma operates across all planes, mental, astral and physical, linking them seamlessly. Each thought and action influence the future tendencies, environments and opportunities. आने वाले कल के हमारे अवसर, हमारे वातावरण सबको कंट्रोल करता है our thought forms. Universe operates on absolute fairness. The karmic system ensures that every effect has a cause and every cause has a result. कर्मा के अनुसार जो भी हमारे जिंदगी में चल रहा है इसका कोई कारण होगा, और जो भी हम कर रहे हैं उसका कोई परिणाम होगा। Understanding this liberates us from despair and shows the path towards peace and self improvement. अगर हम ये सिंपल वाक्य को समझ लें कि जो भी हमारी ज़िंदगी में चल रहा है उसका कोई कारण है, जो आने वाले कल का कोई परिणाम अभी हम बना रहे हैं, उसका जो जो भी हम कर रहे हैं उसका आने वाला परिणाम कल आएगा. Whatever we do, the karmic system is just recording it in absolute fairness. Understanding this liberates us from despair. अगर हम इसको समझ लें तो हमें अंदर से दुखी होना, हलचल करने की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं होगा, क्योंकि हम जो आज कर रहे हैं वही हमारा कल बनने वाला है. Why this matters? Your thoughts matter. They shape your world and future. जो भी आपके सोच और विचार है उसके अनुसार आपका जिंदगी चलते रहेगा. Focus on motives. A kind intention can reduce karmic burdens and enhance your spiritual growth. अपने इच्छाओं पे हम ध्यान देते रहें. Motives. And if you have kindness as a motive, if you have desirelessness as your motive, if you don't attach anything personal like name, fame, people identifying you, people understanding you, all of this becomes a personal motive. Trust the system. Life's inequalities and challenges are part of a grand design that ultimately leads to love, peace and fulfillment. You have to have trust in God कि हमारे साथ ज़िंदगी में कुछ भी हो रहा है तो उसका कारण कुछ वो है जो हम जानते भी नहीं है. यस, वो है जो हम जानते भी नहीं है. जो कर्म बन गया है उसे हम कैसे नष्ट कर सकते हैं? बहुत आसान है. डू फॉरगिवनेस. Yes, if a soul comes to do something bad to you and it is giving you a lesson, it does. Are you feeling bad is the question. The moment you feel bad for what that soul is doing to you bind yourself into a karmic entanglement, a karmic web. If you say okay, it is okay, दुखी नहीं होना है, डरना नहीं है, इरिटेट नहीं होना है, कुछ भी नहीं करना है, ऐसे रहना है कि कुछ भी नहीं हुआ, तब आप उस कर्म पे बंधन में अपने आप को नहीं जोड़ोगे. राइट. In the words of wisdom, you are not bound. The heart of being is celestial rest and the end is peace. याद रखिए, कोई फंसता नहीं है, कोई कभी फंसता नहीं है, लगातार सीख रहा है, लगातार अपने उन्नति और विकास के लिए कुछ गलती करता है, सीखता है, कुछ गलती करता है, सीखता है. Yes, the heart of being is celestial rest and the end is peace. दिल में हमारे in the score of our existence, the divine spark is the celestial rest and peace. So, like something like this, man creates on the different planes, on the different planes, on the psychic, meaning the astral and the mental, and on other planes also. So the material akasha results in akashic images forming karmic records. When the man creates in the higher astral, mental images remain in the creator's consciousness. Sometimes man creates in the lower astral. So where do you create the thought form? It depends on. If you are creating the thought form in a plane above the mental plane, if it is something which is connected in vibration to the causal world, only then it goes into the akashic records. Most of the others remain in the higher astral and in the lower astral. They are part of the psyche of humanity. So those so-called astral records that we are generally used to in the market that people are reading are from the higher astral and lower astral. It requires a really high degree of development to be able to read the astral, the akashic karmic record available in the true akasha, which is the intuitional and the causal world. The ego is a crowning entity. The ego or soul, that is Jivatma, evolves through countless lifetimes, increases in wisdom and experience. जीवन मुक्ता कई जन्मों से अपना ही बुद्धिमत्ता और अनुभवों को इकट्ठा करते जा रहा है और आत्मा को देते जा रहा है. ईगो, the atma is constantly evolving. Higher and lower manas mind represents two facets of the same condition. The higher manas consciousness on the spiritual plane with full awareness, while the lower manas operates on the psychic plane influenced by desire and astral matter. Higher manas is the causal body. It works in the kshetra of the Atma. The lower manas is the mental body, works in the kshetra of the Jivatma. The making of karma. Karma is formed through the mental images and desires generating during this life, during lifetime. These mental images can be fleeting or enduring, shaped by the emotions, thoughts, and aspirations. Their quality determines the soul's experience in both astral world and future incarnation. कर्मा कैसे बनाते हैं? अपने मेंटल इमेजेस से, और इस मेंटल इमेजेस को साथ इमोशन, थॉट्स, एस्पिरेशन सब जोड़ देते हैं, और उसके साथ इस क्वालिटी ऑफ द थॉट फॉर्म्स के आधार पे हमारे इस आत्मा का अनुभव बढ़ते जाता है इन सारे लोकों में. The post-mortem journey, that is after death, the soul enters the Kamaloka, that is the astral body. It processes and purifies its desires and attachments. The grosser desires are shed as the soul ascends through various astral levels. मृत्यु के बाद आत्मा कामलोक या एस्ट्रल बॉडी के अंदर प्रवेश होता है, जहाँ पे इसको जहन्नुम बोला जाता है. इट प्रोसेसेस एंड प्यूरिफाइज इट्स डिजायर्स एंड अटैचमेंट्स. इस जहन्नुम में बाथरूम में जैसे जाके कैसे एक बच्चे को रगड़ रगड़ के धोते हैं, वैसे ही एक इंसान के अपने काम लोक में अपने डिजायर्स एंड अटैचमेंट से रगड़ रगड़ के उसको अलग किया जाएगा. द ग्रॉसर डिजायर्स आर शेड as the soul ascends through various astral levels. जो बिल्कुल निचले अटैचमेंट्स है, द लोवेस्ट अटैचमेंट्स टू सेक्स, टू वीड, टू अल्कोहल, टू ऑल ऑफ दिस, द लोवेस्ट काइंड ऑफ अटैचमेंट्स टू of lust and greed, to money, self-centeredness, all this will be dropped as you are being washed and picked up through the astral worlds. And loftier aspirations lead you into the Devachanik Lok, a state of spiritual rest and assimilation. जब हम देवलोक पहुंचते हैं, हम आध्यात्मिक आराम करना शुरू कर देते हैं, आध्यात्मिक लोक में आराम करना शुरू करते हैं, और इसलिए जो जिंदगी बीता है उस जिंदगी का हर चीज को अपने अंदर ग्रहण करना शुरू करते हैं. देवाचनिक लाइफ एंड एसिमिलेशन. The Devaloka, the Devachanic state, serves as a period of reflection and growth. That is, in the higher mental bodies, you are sleeping, you are resting, you are reflecting what happened in the physical world, and you are growing with this reflection, where the soul transforms its higher aspirations and intellectual pursuits into lasting faculties. These faculties manifest as enhanced mental and spiritual capabilities in subsequent lives. देवलोक में जिन चीजों के बारे में हम समझते हैं, सीखते हैं, उन्हीं के आधार पे आने वाले उस जन्म में हम अपना कुछ अपॉर्चुनिटी बनाता है. ग्रेट मैथमेटिशियन, अ ग्रेट म्यूजिशियन, अ ग्रेट आर्टिस्ट, a great scientist have all spent long times in the Devachanic Loka, the higher mental world, the highest part of the lower mental world and the mental world, higher mental world, where they have been in spiritual rest and they have learnt and grown. And that growth in that world, they will bring down into their next birth, and they will be people who are born with great capabilities like prodigies. Such people are waiting for the right kind of situations to be created for them to be born as children in the right homes. Practical implications of the karma, actions, thoughts, and desires in one life set the foundation for abilities and circumstances in the future incarnation. एक जन्म के हमारे सोच, विचार और कर्म ही और इच्छाएं हमारे आने वाले बहुत सारे जन्म के लिए एक नींव बन जाता है, एक फाउंडेशन बन जाता है. और जो भी हम हुनर इकट्ठा करते हैं एक जन्म में, वो आगे वाले जन्म में उसी हुनर का और अव्वल प्रदर्शन होगा. Deliberate cultivation of positive aspirations and persistent effort towards higher goals ensures the development of faculties that facilitate spiritual evolution. You have to deliberately cultivate, you have to push yourself, you have to push yourself to be purified. Purification does not automatically happen. Surround yourself with people who are right. Right, yes. Surround yourself with people who are at a greater degree of spiritual development than you are. Greater purification, greater development will only make sure that you do not fall. Deliberate cultivation of positive aspiration. सकारात्मक विचारों का मेहनत से हमें अपने अंदर बढ़ाना पड़ेगा, बहुत सारा. It requires a lot of effort to create positive aspirations and persistent effort towards higher goals. Ensures the development of faculties that facilitate spiritual evolution. Continuity and justice in karma. The soul that sows seeds of karma is the same that reaps its harvest. Maintaining justice across many, many lifetimes. जिस आत्मा ने कर्म का बीज डाला है, वही आत्मा उस कर्म के बीज का भी फसल काटेगा. इस तरीके से ये कर्म का जो सिद्धांत है वो केवल इस जन्म में नहीं, आगे वाले जन्म में भी इसका परिणाम हमें भुगतना होगा. The soul sows the seeds of karma in one incarnation and tends to reap it in other incarnations. The desires are carried in the emotional permanent seed to the next incarnation. Continuity and justice in karma. The soul that sows seeds of karma is the same that reaps its harvest. This understanding dispels the notion of unfairness as every experience reflects the soul's own past actions and choices. तो हम ये कभी नहीं बोल सकते हैं कि भगवान ने इसके साथ पक्षपात किया, इसको ज़्यादा दिया, मुझे कम दिया, बचपन पैदाइशी मुझे गरीब जगह पे, या मुझे बहुत रईस बनाया, मुझे ये नहीं दिया, मुझे वो नहीं दिया. कुछ भी नहीं बोल सकते हैं, क्योंकि हर चीज़ का बीज हम अपने सोच और विचारों के आधार पे बनाए हैं. वॉट एवर वी आर एक्सपीरियंसिंग इन दिस लाइफ टाइम is what we have sown as seeds in various other lifetimes. The soul can actively shape its future by focusing on the higher ideals, steady thought, and sustained effort. As you focus on higher ideals, लगातार focus on higher and higher ideals, and steadily focus and sustained effort, you can shape a future which is of a highest degree of spiritual upgradation. Aspirations and willpower in the present life become latent faculties waiting to manifest in future incarnation. अपने इच्छाएं, aspirations, higher desires are called aspirations. A higher kind of spiritual desire is called as an aspiration. So aspiration and willpower, इच्छा शक्ति, इस जन्म का will become latent faculties. ऐसे छुपा हुआ कुछ हुनर बन जाता है, waiting to manifest in future incarnations. So we will do this tomorrow. Let's do Thanksgiving. We thank the Supreme Parabrahman, the Divine Father, Divine Mother, my spiritual teacher, and all spiritual teachers, all the great ones, all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Paramatma, Setankras, prophets, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers. Thank you for the purification, strengthening, empowerment, upgradation, alignment to be able to fulfill our part, bringing heaven into this earth and into the lives of all those who are around us. We thank you, thank you, thank you for your priceless, constant downpour of blessings. We thank you in full faith. Atma Namaste to each one of you. Thank you for being with us in this session. Atma Namaste.